Welcome to Millennium Daytime Bulletin. I'm Shweta Simar from New Delhi and you're watching Millennium News Channel 24. Today I'm bringing you the latest updates from around the world. Let's begin with today's top headlines. Biden allows Ukraine to use US arms to strike inside Russia. Israeli strikes kill 18 Palestinians in Gaza, some in attack on tents, says medics. Georgia election chief doused in paint after divisive parliamentary vote. Delhi air pollution reaches severe plus levels. Israeli strikes reportedly kill Hezbollah spokesperson as group prepares response to fresh ceasefire proposals. Court orders South African police to end standoff with illegal miners. India's successful test of hypersonic missiles put it among elite group. Denmark's Victoria Kjærtheling wins Miss Universe 2024. Taylor Swift and Gracie Abraham performs Us Together in Toronto. Diddy molested Justin Bieber and Usher. Suge Knight makes explosive claims. John Jones retained UFC heavyweight title with spinning kick to stop Stipe Miocic. Celebrities with President-elect Donald Trump. World number 1 Jannik Sinner caps stellar year with ATP Finals victory over Taylor Fritz. Josh Allen and Buffalo Bills hand Kansas City Chiefs first loss of the season. Grocery prices are high. Trump's mass deportations could make matters worse. Russia is locking up butter as inflation crisis reaches new heights. Now let's look at the details. President Joe Biden's administration has allowed Ukraine to use US-made weapons to strike deep into Russia. Two US officials and a source familiar with the decision said on Sunday in a significant reversal of Washington's policy in the Ukraine-Russian conflict. Ukraine plans to conduct its first long-range attacks in the coming days, the sources said, without revealing the details due to operational security concerns. The move comes after months before President-elect Donald Trump takes office on January 20 and follows months of pleas by Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky to allow Ukrainian military to use US weapons to hit Russian military targets from its border. The change comes largely in response to Russia's deployment of North Korean ground troops to supplement its own forces, a development that had caused alarm in Washington and Kyiv, a US official and a source familiar with the decision said. Zelensky said in the evening address that the missiles would speak for themselves. Today, many in the media are saying that we have received permission to take appropriate actions, he said. But strikes are not made with words. Such things are not announced. The White House and US State Department declined to comment. There was no immediate response from the Kremlin, which has warned that it would see a move to loosen the limits on Ukraine's use of US weapons as a major escalation.
Происходит попытка подмены понятий, потому что речь не идет о разрешении или запрете киевскому режиму наносить удары по сельской территории. Он и так наносит с помощью беспилотных летательных аппаратов и другими средствами. Но когда речь идет об использовании высокоточного оружия большой дальности западного производства, это совершенно другая история. Дело в том, что я уже об этом говорил, и любые эксперты это подтвердят, и у нас, и на Западе, наносить удары современными высокоточными системами большой дальности западного производства украинская армия не в состоянии. Она не может этого делать. Это возможно только с использованием разведданных со спутников, которыми Украина не располагает. Это данные только со спутников или Евросоюза, либо на Соединенных Штатах, в общем, с натовских спутников. Это первое. Второе, и очень важное, может быть, ключевое, заключается в том, что полетные задания в эти ракетные системы могут, по сути, вносить только военнослужащие стран НАТО. Украинские военнослужащие делать это не могут. И поэтому речь идет не о том, чтобы разрешать украинскому режиму наносить удары по России этим оружием или не разрешать. Речь идет о том, чтобы принять решение о том, что страны НАТО напрямую участвуют в военном конфликте или нет. Если это решение будет принято, это будет означать не что иное, как прямое участие стран НАТО, Соединенных Штатов, европейских стран в войне на Украине. Это их прямое участие. И это уже, конечно, существенным образом меняет саму суть, саму природу конфликта. Это будет означать, что страны НАТО, США, европейские страны воюют с Россией. А если
Israeli military strikes across the Gaza Strip killed 18 Palestinians on Monday, including 6 people who were killed in attack on tents housing displaced families, medics said. 4 people, 2 of them children, were killed in an Israeli airstrike on a tent encampment in the coastal area of Al-Mawasi, designated as a humanitarian zone, while 2 were killed in temporary shelters in the southern city of Rafah and others in drone fire, health officials said. In Beit Lahia town in northern Gaza, medics said an Israeli missile struck a house, killing at least 2 people and wounding several others. On Sunday, medics and residents said dozens of people were killed or wounded in Israeli airstrike on a multi-floor residential building in the town. Israeli military, which has been fighting Palestinian militant groups Hamas in Gaza since October 2023, said it conducted strikes on terrorist targets. Hamas-run Gaza Health Ministry says more than 43,000 people have been confirmed killed since the war erupted on October 7. Militants killed around 1,200 people in attack on community in southern Israel that day and hold dozens of some 250 hostages that they took back in the Gaza. Let's look at this special video.
في اشياء بتعمل في اشياء
اسمع يا ولد جمر جمر
لا اله الا الله لا اله الا الله
مكلبين
يا ريت
The head of Georgia's Central Electoral Commission was doused with black paint at the meeting to confirm the results of the country's divisive parliamentary elections. The head of Georgia's election commission has been splashed in black liquid believed to be paint. While announcing a poll result in parliament, officials Georgie was doused during the confirmation by David Kradze, an opposition party official. Karadzic signed a protocol that said pro-Russian party Georgian Dream had won another term, which was triggered days of protest in the capital, Tbilisi. The pro-Western president Salom described the vote as illegitimate, accusing Russia of interference. Earlier, the ministry also said police have detained 3 anti-government demonstrators at a protest outside the commission's headquarters, the latest in a series of rallies against the disputed results since October vote. President Salom, at loggerheads with the governing party, has always described the vote as illegitimate and accused Russia of interference. Moscow has denied any meddling. Air pollution in India's capital Delhi has soared to extremely severe levels, choking residents and engulfing the city in thick smoke. Monitor record pollution level of 115 at 3 o'clock, according to the tech company IQ Air, 15 times the level of the World Health Organization considers satisfactory for breathing. The toxic air has disrupted flight services and had already prompted authorities to shut down schools and construction works in the city. It comes just weeks after Lahore in the neighboring Pakistan also recorded pollution level above 1000. As well as shutting schools and banning construction work, the city has also banned the entry of non-essential trucks in Delhi and has asked all offices to ask 50% of their staff to work from home. Last week, the government banned all activities that include use of coal, firewood, as well as diesel generators used for non-emergency services. Every year, Delhi, India's northern state and part of Pakistan, battles hazardous air during the winter months of October to January. Smoke, dust, low wind speed, vehicular emission and crop stubbling burning leads to the pollution. Government imposes pollution control measures during these months, yet Delhi's pollution problem hasn't gone. Let's look at this special coverage. The spokesperson of the Lebanese militant group Hezbollah, Mohammed Afif, has been killed in an Israeli strike on Beirut on Sunday. Lebanese security sources told both Millennium and AFP that he was killed in the strike on the center of Lebanon's capital. A Hezbollah official gave the same information to the Associated Press. Lebanese broadcaster Al Jaid reported that Afif was not at the headquarters of the pro-Hezbollah Baath party when it was struck. Citing the head of the party in Lebanon, Ali Hafizim, according to Millennium has not yet confirmed the news, although Hezbollah media office has been accepting condolences in a likely sign that Afif was killed. The attack was just the fourth Israeli strike inside the Beirut city limits since 2006, when the 34-day armed conflict between Israel and Hezbollah took place. Sunday's strike hit the area known as Ras al-Neba in the middle of the day with no evacuation warning issued. IDF had no comment on the strike. Afif was one of the few public faces of Hezbollah. Following a massive Israeli infiltration operation drove the group deep underground. He was also a close advisor of Hezbollah's longtime leader Hassan Nasrallah. He often delivered speeches from new conferences amid the rubble in the southern suburbs of Beirut. Attacks inside Israel began in the offensive after October 7. Layya in northern Gaza on Sunday morning, according to the health ministry in Gaza. Let's see this special video. A South African court ordered police to end a standoff between illegal miners and allow emergency workers to gain access to a shaft where hundreds and believed to be holed up. The High Court in Pretoria, South Africa, said in an interim ruling that all miners underground in the mine in the Stiffontein should be allowed to leave and no one should block their exit, according to the state broadcaster Sabak. Omer, an attorney who helped bring the case to court, told Sabak that the ruling was temporary order and full hearing will take place next week. Ruling follows growing concern about the well-being of the illegal miners who can spend months below ground after police can cut off food and water supplies. On Friday, South African Human Rights Commission said in a statement it was investigating the police for restricting the miners' essential supplies. At least one decomposed body was being received from the mine, police said. The root of the problem is the high level of unemployment and poverty in the country, which force local peoples in precarious and dangerous work. The South African Police Service welcomed the court order but said that the ruling does not prevent the detention of illegal miners who are in good health. All those who resurface will continue to be assessed by emergency medical personnel on site and has been the case as well. Day after Saturday in Facebook post, those that were in good health will be processed and detained. Those that require further medical care will be taken to hospital under police guard. India has successfully tested a domestically developed long-range hypersonic missile, it said on Sunday, attaining a key milestone in the military development that puts it in a small groups of nations possessing the advanced technology. The global push for hypersonic weapon figures in the effort of some countries such as India, which is striving to develop advanced long-range missiles along with China, Russia and the United States. The Indian missile, developed by state-run Defense Research and Development Organization and industry partners, is designed to carry payloads for ranges exceeding 1500 km for the armed forces, the government said in the statement. The flight data confirmed the successful terminal maneuvers and impact with high degree of accuracy, it said. The testing firing took place from the Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Island off the eastern coast of Orissa state on Saturday, it said. Defense Minister Rajnath Singh called the test as a historic achievement in the post on X, adding that it placed India among a select group of nations possessive such critical and advanced technology. Let's look at this video.
3, 2, 1, now.
We'll be right back after a short break. I'm Shweta Simar. Keep watching Millennium Daytime Bulletin.
Millennium Day News is a global news network dedicated to providing high-quality coverage across a wide range of topics, including local, regional, national, and international issues. Operating 24/7, the network emphasizes inclusivity, offering a platform for diverse voices and covering essential subjects such as arts, culture, religion, education, and legal advice. Based in New York City, Millennium Day News connects communities worldwide through engaging programming that includes political discussions, sports news, health segments, and entertainment features. To ensure accessibility, viewers can access content via mobile apps, iOS and Android, Internet Smart TVs, and streaming services like Roku and Amazon Fire, as well as through IPTV and satellite networks. For more information and updates, visit their websites millenniumnews24.com and millenniumtv24.com or follow them on social media and YouTube under Millennium News 24 as they continue to expand. Viewers can look forward to a broader array of news programs that reflect the diversity of the global community. Whether you're interested in current events or cultural discussions, Millennium Day News is dedicated to keeping you informed and connected.
Welcome back after the break. I am Shweta Simar and you are watching Millennium Daytime Bulletin. Let's look at some really interesting entertainment news now. Victoria Thelwig of Denmark has been crowned with Miss Universe 2024, becoming the first Dane to ever win the competition. The 21-year-old, a competitive dancer, entrepreneur, and aspiring lawyer, beat more than 120 contestants to win the annual beauty pageant in Mexico City on Saturday night. She was applauded by other contestants on stage as Scene accepted the Tyra for the reigning title holder, Shanice Palacia of Nicaragua. This year's finale featured a performance by singer Robin Thicke and was hosted by Saved by the Bell. Miss Universe Olivia Culpo this year marked the first time in the Miss Universe 72 years history that women aged 28 years old won this title. Nadia becoming the first and only woman in her 40s to reach the grand finale. Chidima Adestia of Nigeria finished as first runner-up and Maria of Mexico was named second runner-up. Suchata of Thailand and Ileana of Venezuela followed, with Pedroza, a 28-year-old mother, making history in the top 5 after the competition removed several restrictions in recent years. Let's look at this special video.
Denmark!
Taylor Swift brought out Gracie Abrams to perform their now Grammy-nominated collaboration Us Saturday at the Eras Tour concert in Toronto. Abrams first served as the opening act for about a dozen of Eras Tour shows in 2023 and returned to the role for the entirety of the Eras Tour's latest leg, including the trekking ending Canada dates. During the surprise songs portion of the Swift reflected on the long tour. A lot of life can happen in the phrase of the tour. You'll remember the genius, brilliant young lady you saw earlier tonight, Swift told the Rogers Center crowd. Abrams then appeared on stage and the singers performed the track together live for only the second time and the first time in North America. They previously played the tracks live this past June in London. Like that performance, Us was mashed up with Swift's own Out of the Wood. Let's see this video. death row records, CEO Suge Knight is one again making startling claims against his old nemesis. This time, in an interview, he spoke about a potential secret society involving Sean Diddy, Dogs and Usher. Knight, who is currently serving his time behind bars, expressed discomfort with the close-knit relationship among the trio. In a conversation with reformed mobster Michael, uploaded on YouTube, Knight made troubling allegations regarding Diddy's interaction with Justin Bieber during the pop star's early career. Knight claimed that Diddy, who is currently awaiting trial in 2025 on serious charges, took an unsettling interest in mentoring Bieber when he was first arrived under his wings. The Death Row record founder alleged that Bad Boy record executive even groomed the pop star, stating it was the saddest thing in the world what Justin Bieber went through. I hate to say, but because of Justin Bieber, it feels bad for Justin Bieber for what he went through. Let's look at this video.
For sure. And that did happen with Puffy.
We wouldn't be having. Yeah. 1,000%.
You think Obama had anything to do with any of these parties that he had?
Absolutely.
Wow.
You got presidents, you got preachers. T.D. Jakes is one of the biggest black preachers around that everybody loves. Everybody in prison, if they try to get the word of religion, they're not going to the chapel somewhere. They're turning to watch T.D. Jakes. He had to resign from his whole community.
That's right.
You talking about the top of the top.
Unbelievable.
Of the top.
Man, I got a lot of questions with this guy, but you answered the first one. How do you get away with something like this for all this time with all these people that are allegedly involved? I want to tell you this. I was in the same tier, the same cell that Epstein was on. And Suge, there's no way in hell that guy could have committed suicide on that tier. I was in there for 7 months. There's no way.
And coming from you, I know you didn't know the truth. And I personally didn't think he was going to commit suicide. But the thing is, he had from Oprah Winfrey to everybody on that island. Anybody with a weird fetish, and that's what underage kids, was on that island. And everybody knew it. So it's not like it's a situation where all of a sudden, maybe, there's been a talk. And you know as well as I know, like you being on the same tier as him, he probably was going to tell it all. He up himself,
No doubt. No doubt in my mind at all.
And they made sure he didn't.
Yeah, absolutely. There's no way he could have done it. First of all, they're watching all the time. There's cameras, and just so happens that one particular time there's no cameras and no one monitoring that. I had eyes on me 24/7 when I was there. So, I knew it was impossible.
Always.
Yeah.
You have that one time to yourself.
Nothing
You're
at all.
always watching yourself.
So
Always. No.
Now time for some sports highlights. John Jones retained his UFC heavyweight title with an impressive spinning kicks to stop Strike Mokik in the third round of their fights at UFC 309 on Saturday at Madison Square Garden. Jones had not fought since winning the title in its heavyweight debut in March last year, while for Mokik it was the first time in the octagon since 2021. The two veteran fighters in the first two rounds until the final seconds of the third, when Jones pronounced a powerful spinning kick which hit Mokik in the midriff, causing the double oven in pain. The referee waved off the fight and Jones celebrated the retention of his title and his place as arguably the greatest mixed martial fighter of all time. Plenty of talks about Jones would do after this fight should he win, with retirement, a unification fight against interim heavyweight champion Tom. The British fighter was in attendance in New York and a blockbuster light heavyweight clash with Alex all possible. Yannick Sinner couldn't have dreamed of a better ending to his remarkable 2024 season. The world number one defeated American Taylor Fritz 6-4 to win the ATP Finals in Turin, Italy on Sunday, claiming the trophy for the first time on home soil. The victory also avenged his defeat in last year's final against Novak. His rematch of September US final, which Sinner also won in straight sets. Fritz was unable to break down the Italian and found himself fighting an uphill battle for much of the contest. Sinner found the breakthrough in the lengthy seventh game of the fourth. Fritz battle in what he serves, the two-time Grand Slam winner, eventually pulled ahead with the sumptuous drop shot. He served also significant weapons throughout, firing 10 aces in the comfortable opening set and winning 83% of first serve points. He found the break even earlier in the second, moving in the front in the fifth game and keeping the American at arm's length for the rest of the contest. With Fritz falling to generate any break points on this match point, Fritz sent a cross-court forehead wide to kickstart the party among the adoring Italian crowd. That's all for now. Thank you for tuning in. Stay with us for more updates. Now let's take a closer look at the weather trends and what you can expect as you plan your day ahead. Stay tuned for all details. Log in to stay updated with the latest news on our social media platforms: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at Millennium News 24. Don't forget to check out our YouTube channel, Millennium News Channel 24. You can watch us on Android and iOS devices, as well as on Apple TV, Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, and all smart TV platforms. Enjoy entertainment and the latest news with us. Download the Millennium TV app, Millennium TV USA for Android, and Millennium News on Google. Thank you for being part of Millennium News 24.